Welcome to Friday afternoon at the Manor. My name is John Joseph Masood, and it's a delight to welcome our guest speaker today, who's Masood Alam, who's not only a person who is a key leader in the community, but also has become a good friend as a fellow Rotarian. I've been able to work alongside Masood, lifting bags of food and boxes of food, and we have also collected backpacks for children in the Thorncliffe community. And it's an honor and truly privilege to join with Masood in all the community ventures that we celebrate today. So without further ado, welcome Masood Alam, who will bring his wisdom and insight to our Friday afternoon at the Manor speaker series.
Thank you, Dr. John. We are all very thankful to give us this opportunity to be here today with you and Manor Park United Church and other church members. Thank you very much for your support. So my name is Masood Alam. I'm president of Canadian Community Services Organization in Thorncliffe. And I'm here with us, our secretary, Taki Khan, our director, Asif Mahmood, who is also the treasurer of our organization. Mary, she is from our women committee. Rehana, who is chair of our women committee. Shabnam Taki, she is our women committee member. And who else? If anybody else will join, I will introduce you to them. So, shall we start now?
Yes.
Can everybody see my presentation screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let me introduce who we are and how we started. We are all volunteer members of Canadian Community Services Organization, which is a grassroots organization in Thorncliffe Park, comprised of all volunteers. We are all serving all those who are in need of help in Thorncliffe and Flemington Park. Can you still hear me? Okay, sir. So Canadian Community Services Organization, I will give you a brief background about our organization. Since pandemic started, 4 of us, our team members, we discussed that there is a big need of help in Thorncliffe, especially for food security. And we decided to discuss more about it and help all those who are in isolation and affected with COVID. Many community members in Thorncliffe at the start of pandemic were suffering, and we discussed and start getting their information. Our key source was Rehana Imtiaz, who is running many women groups on social media, and she's connected with most of the women in Thorncliffe. So thank you, Rehana, for providing us all this information. Whoever was in need of immediate help, Rehana was the first person who connected us to these members of the community in Thorncliffe. So now, when we started, we were only 4, and now we are more than 50 volunteers, 50 dedicated volunteers. And recently, when we had our food drive with the support of North Cluster of Churches, North Toronto Cluster of Churches, 26 new youth members joined us. And now many mothers have contacted me, and they are asking me to let their kids join our volunteers team. So that's a great success. So when we started this in March 2020, we have arranged with Iqbal Food. The owner of Iqbal Food, Iqbal Malik, generously offered to provide help. And he provided groceries, and sometimes he directly sent to doorsteps to those families who were in isolation. And many a times our team were visiting those family members, people who were in the community who were not even willing to go to their floors. Our dedicated team members were providing food, cooked food, and grocery items to their doorsteps, and many a times cash vouchers or cash as well to them for their immediate needs. So soon in April, many like-minded people from our community, they joined us and we formed a Thorncliffe residents group. So, and we start distribution of groceries and food to their doorsteps. So after discussion with our community members and one of our great friend from the community, he is the general manager of Muslim Welfare Canada. He is in Nunavut, but from sitting in Nunavut, he connected us to Muslim Welfare Canada in Toronto, and they generously offered us 50 food hampers, food boxes, to start our first food drive in April. I guess it was 7th of April when we had our first food drive. Served 50 families, in addition to our regular distribution of grocery items. So then we had our second food drive with the help of Muslim Welfare Canada, and also with the contributions of our team, who generously contributed some money, and we start buying food from Iqbal Food, and the owner of Iqbal Food has generously given us huge discounts to buy food from him, and he also generously provided some meat and chicken items to serve families. So and soon Ramadan started. So in the month of Ramadan, we had 4 food drives. Every week we had 1 food drive serving 100 families in Thorncliffe. Then on Eid day, first day of Eid, we had a toy drive, and we distributed almost more than 300 toy drives to 100 kids in Thorncliffe. That was also some to give some happiness to kids in Thorncliffe. Then, with the spread of the news that we are doing this food drive in Thorncliffe, the chair of Ansar Foundation, Dr. Patel, has contacted me that they want to help us for our food drives. And after some discussions, we had a collaboration with them, and they set up, because they are a not-for-profit or registered charity organization. So we signed a memo of understanding with them, and they received donations on our behalf, not only from our donors, directly their donors also helped them to receive some donations into their account for our food drives in Thorncliffe Park. So they started helping us for our food drives. So in February, before this, it's wrong. Give me 1 minute, please. In December 2020, we registered our organization, our group, as Canadian Community Services Organization, not for profit, because so many people were asking us that they wanted to help us but they were looking for some organization to help. So we registered as a not-for-profit organization in December. And so we had a collaboration with Ansar in October 2020. December, we registered as a not-for-profit organization. And in February 2021, we partnered with Flemington Health Center for East Toronto Effort Project for COVID-19. And we signed an agreement with them. And they helped us to provide some funds for 6 healthy kids snacks drives in Thorncliffe and Flemington Park. Every week, we were distributing snack bags and snack packs for 300 kids in Thorncliffe. That was a big effort. A big team was required, and our volunteers really worked very hard to pack 300 next bags early morning and then distributing in Thorncliffe and Flemington Park. So this is how every week in February and March, we served almost 1,600 kids in Thorncliffe and Flemington Park. Then in March 2021, our great friend and counselor Jay Robinson connected us to her friends, her personal friends, and Lawrence Park United Church and Manor Road United Churches to give donations to Ansar Foundation for our food drives. And thank you for your generosity. And we received checks from you and handed over to Ansar Foundation, who were paying for our food drives to vendors directly. In April 2021, we had another collaboration with Humanity. It's a not-for-profit charity organization. They are serving a lot of food banks and homeless people with hot meals in Toronto and all across GTA. So they provided, we signed an agreement with them, and they provided 150 meals every week in the month of Ramadan, and we distributed in Thorncliffe only, 250 families. In Ramadan, in the month of Ramadan 2021, with the support of Flemington Health Center and Ansar Foundation, we had 2 food drives. Those were the biggest food drives ever in Thorncliffe. We distributed food for 200 families in one drive, and second drive we distributed for 250 families. That was good enough for the whole month, and we arranged to pack some special food for the month of Ramadan and for the Eid in the last week of Ramadan. Ansar Foundation also provided us on Eid drive 100 gift hampers for our volunteers, but we also distributed these gift hampers to the community. Counselor Jay Robinson also connected us to the owner of XYZ Storage, and they generously, because everybody wanted to help us, but we were not having a space to store food. So XYZ Storage has provided us a brand new container, a 20 feet container to store food, and that was free of cost for 1 year. And we were buying storage boxes from them, which was almost $5 a box, and we were buying for every month. We were buying for 100 or 200 families, but they generously offered us to provide 100 boxes or more for every food drive. Though that was a great help from XYZ Storage. So May 2021, we were having more than 40 volunteers working with us. And MPP Michael Koto, he also joined us for 2 food drives, and he issued volunteer appreciation certificates from House of Commons and distributed to our volunteers. In June 2021, we were having more than 50 volunteers and 52 specifically. So MP Rob Oliphant brought, Michael Cotto brought the volunteer appreciation certificate from Queen's Park, and MP Rob Oliphant, MP Don Valley West, brought more than 50 appreciation certificates from House of Commons. That was a big appreciation for our volunteers, and which motivated more and more volunteers to join us. In the month of May, there was an unfortunate incident in London, Ontario, where a Muslim family was victim of hate crime, and there was a big support from the government at all levels. And we also organized a vigil in solidarity of those innocent victims. So we invited, I'm a member of a group which is having all faith-based members and leaders join us. So we invited all faith-based leaders, and they help us. They joined us, including Dr. Reverend John Joseph. He was there as a police chaplain, and many church members were there. And also Dr. Bante, he is a member of our interfaith group, and he was also there. MP Rob Oliphant was there, MPP Kathleen Bin was there, and a lot of city officials and police also were there in support of these victims. The whole idea of this vigil was to engage all community members from different faiths in Thorncliffe and in Flemington and beyond, to make sure that we are working as one team with all faith or all religions, and there is no one, we are not treating anyone different in this community. So everybody appreciated, and we had a big vigil in Thorncliffe. In July, I was in discussion with Toronto police cricket team, who are the champions of North America, to engage our youth into sports. And their captain, Sergeant Masood, and who's also the captain of Canadian police team, and the Toronto police captain, he's also our friend. So we had long discussions with them, and finally we organized a cricket match between Canadian Community Services Organization cricket team and Canadian Police cricket team cricket club. And in July, we played with police team, and our youth team, young team, were so energetic and they were so excited. They won the match against the champion police team. So this motivated so many youth in Thorncliffe that everybody wanted to join our team. And at one point of time, now we can have 2 teams to play at one time. And we are also in a discussion with Toronto police team and Canadian cricket club to organize a cricket tournament in Thorncliffe with our team, Go Green cricket team, Toronto police team, and Canada police team. So that was that was a big motivation for our youth in Thorncliffe and Flemington Park to engage into sports, and we are trying our best to keep our kids safe, to engage, to join sports and volunteer activities rather than going into unhealthy activities. So throughout the pandemic, we provided food security and community support to all those in need of help in Thorncliffe and Flemington Park. And we are committed to serve the community in their difficult times and engage our youth into sports and healthy activities. So far, we had 20 food drives since pandemic started, and we distributed over 100,000 pounds of food, non-perishable food, and chicken and meat as well, to all those families who are in need of help. The connection is, most of the families we personally know through our community contacts and through our women network contact. Marine and Rihanna played a big role in connecting us with all these families who were in need. Because of the cultural sensitivities, many people who are in need of help, but they don't want to come forward and give their or provide their names or contact to provide them food. Our women network played a big role, an important role. We were providing food to them and they were distributing to those families quietly, so that their anonymously their prestige will be honored. And other organizations were also doing the same, but they were asking for their personal information, including their contact details. We are not sharing any of their contact details with anyone. Only me and Rihanna are having their contact details, and we are not sharing with anyone. So that's how we started. And so many more, we helped more than 650 families, over 6,000 people in Thorncliffe, and more than 1,600 kids in Thorncliffe. And we were also running a campaign to fight against the spread of COVID-19 in Thorncliffe. So we were running a campaign to create awareness on prevention of COVID-19 and vaccination and how to stay safe. We work closely with Health Access Thorncliffe Park. They organized a lot of webinars inviting doctors from TPH and Michael Caron Hospital and many other hospitals. So we were part of it, and we motivated and encouraged people in Thorncliffe to get vaccinated. So we also distributed over 6,000 masks in Thorncliffe and 3,000 kids masks and PPE kits and hand sanitizers provided by City of Toronto and also by East Toronto project from Flemington Health Ministry. So this is how we started in 2020, and we have reached to this position now. This month, with the great support of North Toronto cluster of churches, we distributed over 500 backpacks to kids of Thorncliffe and some kids in Flemington as well. I really appreciate all the support and help provided by all 6 churches. You have done a great job buying these backpacks, collecting all these supplies and packing, and also helping us distributing this. Thank you very much for this. We are committed to continue, and we look forward to your support, continuous support, to engage our youth, and we want to bring more programs, especially for our youth. The schools have been started, so we want to engage our youth into sports and healthy activities, and jointly we can do more. So thank you very much, everyone, for your support.
Thank you, Masood.
for your kind.
Can you turn off the power, stop sharing so we can see your wonderful face?
Yeah, 1 minute, please.
Good. Just stop the sharing. And people can turn on their video if they want. And there we go. There. Now,
Okay, here you go.
where are you? Okay. Okay. Oh, there you are. Perfect. Okay. Wonderful. Now, people can, this is an opportunity for people to ask questions. And we have the computer right here. And I see Patrick, and I know Susan's on the line and Betty's on the line. Now, Patrick, do you have a question?
I don't at the moment, but I may in a moment.
Okay. Well, and what about you, Betty, our wise person who has wisdom in her lungs? Yes. What question do you have? She's laughing. Okay, you're muted, Betty. You're muted, Betty. Okay.
Oops. Yeah. I actually don't have a question, but I'm very with the work that's being done. I'm a retired nurse, and to hear all the wonderful work that's being done to support people through this time and to help with the vaccination process is terrific. And it just really is heartening to me to hear the work that's being done, and congratulations.
Thank you, Betty. The neighborhood organization, Health Access Thorncliffe Park, and Canadian Community Services Organization, we worked jointly and put all efforts so that maximum number of people get vaccinated. We were so excited when first time in Thorncliffe, more than 10,000 people get vaccinated on a single day in Thorncliffe or in Toronto.
I know of neighbors who went to Thorncliffe for drop-in clinics, and they were always impressed with the way everything was being done. So beautifully done.
Thank you. And so a question I had, I think before, Masood, is how is Thorncliffe helping with the Afghan refugees? And you told me some wonderful information. If you could share that again, that'd be wonderful.
So Thorncliffe is a hub of, is a transition phase for newcomers to Canada, especially refugees. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. Yep.
So Thorncliffe is a hub for newcomers to Canada, especially these days is a hub for refugees. When Syrian refugees start coming to Canada, their first stopover is Thorncliffe Park. So that time also, the neighborhood organization, and I was part of that organization, and we organized events for them in Thorncliffe, and a lot of people generously opened their closets and their pockets, to help them. Now, when Afghan refugees are coming, so a lot of Afghan people are living in Thorncliffe, and I'm in contact with all of them or most of them. They are looking at us to help them to bring in their family members who feel that their life is in danger in Kabul. So they were asking us to help them to approach the government or Minister of Citizenship through our MP to bring their immediate family members as soon as possible to Canada. So our first priority, those people who approached us to help their loved ones or immediate family members, their mothers, their father, their brothers and sisters, to bring them in to Canada as soon as possible. Some people told me that their immediate family members, their mother especially, who was a government employee, and their life was, they feel, is in danger. One of Afghan community members' brother was attacked earlier also, and he was injured, and they feel that their life is in immediate danger. So I spoke to the family members to get all the details, and these details were provided to our MP, Rob Oliphant, to pass it on to Minister of citizenship and immigration, if they can do something to bring them their immediate family members. That was our first priority. Once they will be in, we are ready to help them with food and clothes and settlement, whatever best we can do. So we are in contact with these Afghan families. And Aki bhai, can you please mute? So we are ready to help, especially with food, if any new Afghan community members will end up in Thorncliffe. We will try to be the first responders.
Thank you for that. Are there any other questions from people?
I was just liking to comment. It seems to me that what you've done is to galvanize the neighborhood, the community, and that in that way you might serve as a inspiration for others, letting them know what power they have, what they can do, not just for themselves, but for the outreaching areas. I'd just like to thank you for all your work.
Immediately what we can do, we are having a big team of volunteers now, and many Afghans are also volunteering with us. So we can get an opportunity to ask the community to at least provide them, winter is, very close. So to provide them some warm clothes, some boots, we can have a warm clothes drive and boot drive in Thorncliffe. And also we will be looking forward to provide them some food for their immediate needs. So far we don't have the complete information how many families will be coming to Thorncliffe. Should there will be any families will be settling in Thorncliffe, definitely we will take care of them, or we will try to help whatever best we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very. Any other questions from people? No? Okay. And so, well, it's been an honor and a gift to listen to the journey of helping the community and how we can continued to be participants as people who are part of Thorncliffe, part of the East Side and the neighborhood. And so, again, I look forward to hearing more about how we can help with the Afghan refugees and what may be lying ahead in the near future. And so,
and I would say this pandemic time is a blessing in disguise for us and for all the community to come together. I'm living in this community for past more than 20 years. I have never seen people so close to each other. They are always ready to help. We are just a phone call away, and many people are just a phone call away.
It's been a tremendous blessing.
And it's a blessing for us to connect to you, great people on the other side of the street. Now we are working as a family. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, and thank you. And actually, Susan, are you able to turn on your video? We can talk about next.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a little
No problem. We started a bit earlier.
no, so not just that, a lot's happening right now. So I haven't had a chance to review our upcoming speakers.
Okay, well, I can just show. It's going to be Cara Frost, who's the Indigenous Program Coordinator from Five Oaks, who's going to speak about our relationship with the land. That's next. Yes, we're looking forward to that. Again, thank you, Masood, and thank you, everyone. We're a bit shorter today, but that's okay. We'll be putting together the video that gives a bit more information, and may we continue to be together. And remember, we were also live. So if you had arrived today, we would have had this lovely pizza prepared by Pizza Nova. And
thank you so much. And I forget to mention one very important thing over here.
Yes.
During this pandemic, a lot of families were having some hardship and they were suffering. A lot of people were sick, especially seniors. We tried our best to reach all of them, or through our seniors network. We are connected with many seniors. they were in isolation, they were, in depression. So Health Access Thorncliffe Park, they are having a mental health program to speak to these people. Maybe we can start something for our seniors as well, especially when they are in isolation and they are not going out, and we can have some mentorship program for them. One thing. Second thing, lot of deaths were there in Thorncliffe, many. So every family may not be having immediate arrangement or funeral arrangements. Every time we have to look towards the mosque to help us for their funeral arrangements, to provide some graves if they have, or to provide us some money, or the community was doing some immediate contributions for the funeral arrangements. Today I was discussing to a board member of Thorncliffe Mosque. They help us a lot, but finally I was told, Masood, we are having our own limitations, so please look for alternates. So should there be any further deaths in the community due to COVID, we have to look for some contributions or immediate help to the family members who might be having another incident or sad incident. So we are looking forward, if any community organization can help us to reserve some graves for those people who might lose their loved ones in future.
Thank you, Mr. We'll certainly reach out to our networks. So have a good rest of the day, everybody, and enjoy Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.